Hi, everybody. I'm Lonnie Summers, and I'm here with Richard Kleski, one of our Kaiser Permanente Colfax Marathon Race ambassadors. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Lonnie.
So we're here to talk to you about the relay. First thing
relay.
we kind of want to know, Richard, you've been part of the relay in the past, and one of our ambassadors. It's very important. You have a lot of good information for everybody. What's the number one thing the relay teams need to know?
I think the number one most important thing is organization. Now's the time to start meeting with your teammates, getting familiar with them, getting to know them, what they look like, what their names are. You'd be surprised the number of people that came in last year and had absolutely no idea who anybody else was on their team. Plan maybe a little get-together if you guys do dinner the night before or part of the pasta bash that is part of the Colfax event as well. Just start to get together and become organized.
Some people might have got thrown on a team and not even realize what exactly the relay means and what it is. Can you explain a little bit more about it?
Well, the relay, I think high school. So this is a 5-member team. Each runner takes a different leg throughout the entire race, so the start and finishes are different for each runner. Again, runcolfax.org on our website. We do have all the individual information as well as terrain and distance of each leg. So that might be a good place to start. Let some of your runners go there, figure out what distance they're capable of, what speed they're capable of, and then go ahead and start assigning those legs to your runners. Again, calculate how fast each runner is so you can kind of anticipate when and where you need to be looking for them as they're coming into the exchange zone.
What do I do when I reach my exchange zones?
So one thing that I had my teams do last year is wear something that was very identifiable. We wore bright yellow shirts with our team logo on the front of it, so we were able to identify our runners as we were coming into the exchange zones. Again, all of your teammates have the same bib number. The timing chip is located here in a baton, which we'll talk a little bit more about as well. No baton, no time, obviously. And then something new this year is we'll actually give each individual runner that's part of the relay team their own split times. Plan about 45 minutes. To be there 45 minutes in advance to your start time to look for those runners coming in.
One of the important things, obviously, is we have this wonderful health and fitness expo. It's going to be taking right up here at Sports Authority Field at Mile High Stadium at the club level, and that's very important and mandatory for all relay teams.
Yes, we highly recommend that you come together as a team. We'll have some areas set aside for your team to meet and discuss logistics if you haven't done that previously. We'll have our race ambassadors available as well. If you have questions about the relay and exchange zones, you'll be able to also talk to RTD representatives about the transportation aspect of that as well.
Let's talk a little bit about exactly what is going to happen at the exchange zone and how I do find my runner.
We will have announcers this year that will announce your bib number. Again, all runners within a relay team have the same bib number, so make sure you're familiar again with what your bib number is. Those announcers will call that number out, and you will be able to move up into the corral and better identify as your exchange runner is coming into that zone and be able to pass the baton. Again, remember, you will be disqualified if you pass the baton prior to running underneath the exchange zone arch. So make sure you run together through the arch and then do the exchange zone there.
To make sure that when you are at the start line, whoever's doing that start or who is ever going through the exchange zone, when you get to those points and you see those timing mats, it must be out. Make sure that you hold it down or kind of a running stride, please. We see a lot of people sometimes holding them high up in the air because they're trying to wave to their next exchange zone runner that's going to be taking the baton. Now I've done my exchange. I'm at there. Now what do I do? How do I get back?
Well, there's a couple different transportation routes. One that we recommend to get out there first is to have a team driver, somebody that can drop your individual runners off at each leg. Another option is you can drive on your own, and we'll have more information that we'll talk about later as to where you can park at each exchange zone.
That's right. And we do know that obviously veterans, relayers know quite a lot about this event and know things, but we've had enough changes that it's really important for them to review it and make sure that they review it with everybody just in case somebody can't make it or they can't come together as a team.
One key thing that we need this year as well is photo identification, so you can bring your photo ID to be able to pick up your race bibs and your information packets.
With that, Richard, I think that's going to end our very first segment about the relay information, and we're going to be talking next in our next session about some more of the specifics on each zone.